to see a great artist in Peterhausen as well. No, it's good that you all turned up. I want to tell you just a wee bit about the art, say a wee bit about what it's about, give you some sort of kind of feeling for the theme. I've known Peter since art school days. In the last 20 years we've become really good friends, lots of adventures. We travelled around Palestine together. We tried to walk Hadrian's Wall at one point and nearly died. We went to London on a few occasions to see the Hopper exhibition. We went to Oxford to go on a kind of C.S. Lewis trail, because the two of us are big C.S. Lewis fans. So when I asked Peter, I said, look, I've got this idea, I'd quite like to put an exhibition on. I'm going to call it Images of Grace. What do you think? Give me 10 pictures. Aye, okay, right, I'll give you 10 pictures. So he gave me 10 pictures, so we get 10 pictures. And then his PA says, look, we can get the painting for you as well, the one that's just been on the telly. So I've got the Homeless Christ as well. And I told him I would like to get some money together for Bethany Trust for the homeless, and he said, I'll put up a picture up. So there's an actual picture that you can buy if you want for the Bethany Trust. Right now, I'll talk forever here now, stop. I was reading the other night there, I like folk music, right? And I was reading Arlo Guthrie. Arlo Guthrie was the son of Woody Guthrie. And he said this, he says, in 1965 I started telling the story of John Newton. And the story is basically that he was at sea with a ship full of people chained to each other, and something happened, a storm or something. And he promised God that if he was allowed to live, he would turn his life around. He did. He took the people home, sailed back to England and started writing songs. It's an abbreviated version. I don't think it quite goes like that. Well, it never quite went like that actually, because I know the story of John Newton. But nevertheless, we all know he did go home and he started writing songs. And the greatest song he ever wrote was Amazing Grace. So this is an exhibition called Images of Grace. And he wrote that song, and we all know it's so famous. It's been sung by Judy Collins, went to #1 with Judy Collins, Joan Baez sung it, Janis Joplin sung it, and even Rod Stewart sung the song. So it's got a great kind of pedigree. Now, I just want to tell you a wee bit about Images of Grace and the whole idea of painting as well. You know, Paul Nash, the artist, he always says, beware of wordmen. You know, he was an artist, he says, beware of wordmen. You know, get words out the road, you want to just interact with the images. That was the kind of high modernist view of art. You know, you're a bit like Clint Eastwood. You know, you're the artist Clint Eastwood, you go right into town, you know, and then you kind of do your stuff, and then you ride out of town, you know what I mean? Never a word gets spoken, nobody says anything. It's all just about you and the art. Well, I've never really thought about that. I always thought, well, art's objects, and it communicates. So it's not mute. There's always a kind of dialogue there with the people that are looking at it. However, it communicates differently from normal communication. It's not like a police report. It's more like a poem. And you know, as I always say to Big Peter, it's more like a prayer than a sermon. It's kind of, you tell it slant, as one old poet said. You come at the thing at an angle. Well, I was talking to Peter over the years, and he said to me one time, you know, Alan, I would love to revive Christian art. And I was like, oh, aye, that's not a bad idea. And he was more hopeful than I was. But he says, no, what would art look like if it could help liberate and edify and reform and heal the imagination? And I thought, yeah, well, that's a good idea, I quite like that. And I said to him, well, art, it should be embedded in society and just be a kind of, like in the very infrastructure society of a good society, just like good economics, good transport system, good media, and good art. It should be in there just as part and parcel of what it's like to have a good society. And not long ago when we were just organising this, I sent him a postcard. And I said to him, you know, in some ways, if your Christian art should do this, it should comfort the afflicted and it should afflict the comfortable. That's what it should do. But of course that should start with ourselves. And you think about grace and the whole idea of grace. I mean, unconditional love. You know, love your neighbour. Just a few thoughts on grace. What's grace? What's love? You know, I remember at a wedding, I was at a wedding one time, and they came round people and they picked a few people out and they said, we want you to stand up because you've been married for a wee while, and we want you to give in a few sentences what you think the secret of love is, what the secret of marriage is. You know, and people gave the kind of usual responses and they were okay. You know, Sally Magnuson gave one of them. Some people said, well, it should be like friendship. It should be a friendship there. And other people said, well, no, it's a bit about trust. And that's good as well. No, but it should be like, you should be able to laugh together. Yeah, that's kind of good. And I was the last to say something, and I had to stand up and he said, right, what's the secret of love? And I went like that. And I thought about it because I was the last, and I said, death. And you should have seen their faces. This was a wedding. All right, the secret of love is death. And that was a bit of a shocker to me. But think about it. It tells us the greatest love. Greater love has no man than he who lays down his life for his friend. And when you think of it, when you get into a marriage, you have to die to yourself. That's what love is. Dying to yourself. And I remember a story, and this is a true story. It was a boy at primary school. Maybe Davey will remember it better than me. But there was a boy at primary school, and he was just a wee boy. He told us this when he was a bit older, but when he was a wee lad, he fell off the Rothesay Pier into the sea, and his dad dived right in. His dad couldn't swim, but he dived right in. Love casts out fear. And then you think about grace. Grace is a special kind of love. It's God's love. You know, C.S. Lewis, he told a great story in The Last Battle, how we can never comprehend God's love. And he tells it, and you'll remember the famous Mr. Tumnus. And he says, yes, said Mr. Tumnus, like an onion, except that as you continue to go in, each circle gets larger than the last. And that's like God's grace. It surpasses knowledge. And it's not like just ordinary love. And to understand it, you've got to practice it. You've got to practice love, practice mercy, practice grace to understand it. Now, how do you do that, of course, as an artist? Because it's kind of different. And how do you love your neighbour as an artist? Peter and I have got some kind of our heroes that we look to. Rembrandt, Dostoevsky, the writer Marlon Robinson, Jack Clement, the poet, T.S. Eliot, C.S. Lewis. They're all great heroes that kind of help us on our way. But one thing you should know about Peter is the incredible influence of classical music on his work. And it's a deep understanding he has. He's got a vast knowledge. You get into his studio and he's got hundreds and hundreds of CDs, and he's always got stuff playing. And he introduces me to it and tries to make me love it. And his favourites, Bach, one of his other, Zelenka, Purcell, George Dyson, and especially Vaughan Williams' Pilgrim's Progress. I'm always hearing it when I go to the studio, and I think what an immense impact that must have had on him as a man and as a person. And one of the things that brings all these writers of music together, all these composers, is they all have an intense reflection upon the great themes: good, evil, life, death, sin, salvation. It's the deepest music you could ever encounter. And all that music as well reflects something on the subject of grace, justice and forgiveness. Grace doesn't mean just being nice. I'll just finish by saying, when you're looking at Peter's work, think about this. Kierkegaard, the great philosopher, his masterpiece that he wrote was called Fear and Trembling. And he meditated upon the dilemma of Abraham. Here was Abraham, and he was given a divine requirement to sacrifice his only son. And in this book, this philosopher writes this: he who struggles with the world became great by conquering the world. And he who struggled with himself became great by conquering himself. But he who struggled with God becomes greatest of all. And of course, Peter, we all know, if you've read your newspapers or anything, he's a man that struggles. He's got a struggling faith. But he struggles at a deep level. And he produces art because of that at a deep level. And I would like to thank him. Because he's a complicated man, he's a unique man, and he's my friend. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before I let you continue with your viewing, it's only appropriate that I, as Principal of Hamilton College, acknowledge that the effort and the work that has been put into this. I work with an immensely talented individual here. I am in awe of what he does in his department and with the young people in this place. And I cannot let tonight go without saying thank you to him and to Peterhouse for the work that they have put in to bring this together. What you've just said to us, Alan, again, just adds totally to this evening. It's an absolute privilege to be here, to be part of this, and I just want that to be on record. I also want to thank our catering staff for the work that they've done, and the marketing department for the work that they have done as well. But I just ask you to enjoy your evening, please, and spend the time that you wish to spend looking at what is incredible pieces of art. Thank you.